The show began with a flock of creatures assaulting and slaughtering innocents. The strongest exorcist could halt them, which descends from the skies on its dragon and destroys the demons. Soon after, the royal court began to dread his influence and proceeded to hang him. He cast reincarnation magic on him while dying, promising not to follow dominance in his next life. He was reborn as Psycho Lamperouge, the youngest son of a noble Lamperouge clan. Nevertheless, there is a tiny issue. He lacked supernatural powers, but he possessed incredible spiritual energy. Psycho thought to put his exorcism abilities to the test on a few bushes and was successful. His older brother, Gly, is a complete prick. He harassed Psycho without any apparent reason, yet it doesn't affect him. Psycho was able to create enough papers, allowing him to easily create talismans for magic. After discovering his son's outstanding magical abilities, Psycho's dad decided to find a teacher for him. Psycho intended to call Yuki and Ayakashi one night. He was successful on the first try and was able to call her. Yuki identified him right away and embraced him. Gly is insulting his maid as always, and so now his victim is Aoife. He also invited her to his bedroom. Psycho stepped in and rescued her when he noticed it. Aoife then requested Psycho to treat a wounded creature. Psycho quickly healed it with his healing talisman. Then he questioned Aoife whether she could see and talk with spirit, to which she answered, yes. Therefore, Psycho decided to occasionally tutor her. After a while, as Gly with Ruffed, his eldest brother, was seeking Psycho whether he wanted to practice, a servant warned the boys that a giant creature was approaching the house. Gly fled to save himself after knowing this, while Psycho, on the other hand, charged straight at the creature. The creature had arrived at the house and was just preparing to swallow Aoife. Yet she was able to order the spirits to rescue her. After that, Psycho grabbed the creature's focus and destroyed him with just a simple swipe. While all were staring, everything went as per Psycho's expectations. Psycho's dad had prepared a dinner to honor his son's success against the Elder Newt. However, Psycho requested from his dad if he may join a magic academy, and to his surprise, he accepted. Psycho inquired if he may bring Aoife along with him as his maid. His dad approved. Gly is opposed to everything since he was meant to join the magic academy. The family has a restriction that just one child could enter the magic academy. Gly asked Psycho to fight, betting if Psycho lost he has to give up on magic school. The following night, Ruffed, Psycho's older brother, came into his bedroom and brought him a gift. Gly emerged out of the blue and confronted Psycho when he was admiring the present. Gly unleashed his utmost potent magic to destroy Psycho. But Psycho utilized his abilities to push Gly, breaking his arm in the process. This was resolved that Psycho would attend the Magic Academy as a result of this. He then brought Gly in and began arranging for the journey toward the Magic Academy. The following day, Aoife and Psycho set off towards City Lodonia Academy. Psycho's dad had permitted him to join the institute because he was scared of him. He wasn't his real son, this was his brother who'd gone missing on Demon Island. He was afraid that Psycho was half demon and half human, and he could be harmful if his environment were not noble. However, Aoife and Psycho had arrived in town and had reserved a hotel room. Aoife requests Psycho whether she may visit him in his bedroom at night. He had no idea what she was referring to and assumed it related to eating. Everybody should pass a magic power assessment before taking the exam. Because Psycho possesses no magical abilities, everybody assumed he was a moron who would rely on his family's honor to gain entry. Aoife, in contrast, favored fire and wind spells. After that, a fascinating girl emerged who was gifted with all 4 magical powers. All were amazed since they had not ever witnessed something like that. Psycho identified the girl because she reminded him of a student from his past life. The episode starts with all students in a classroom attempting a written exam. As they are done, They discuss their exam in the hallway. A girl with a sword, AMU, grabs Saika's attention. He thinks if she uses a sword, she must be strong. As the practical exam starts, the instructor tells them they are supposed to hit the target with their magical power and they will get points for each hit. As the exam starts, some students use stone blasts while some hit the target with a fireball. As Aoife's turn comes, she says the flame note, and a huge fireball emerge and hit the target badly and leaving everyone stunned. She goes to the next target and says wind lance, and it hit the target so badly that it blows away in the air. After that, Aoife asks Saika who was her performance, and Saika tells him that it was amazing and asks her where she learned wind lance, to which she says she practiced it on her own. Saika was happy to see his student grow. Next is Saika's turn. Some students whisper why he was trying when he doesn't even have mana. Saika uses a fireball magic spell that leaves everyone stunned. Saika assumes that the next target is made of granite, so he uses earth and metal element metal art that turns the target into a bunch of long golden crystals. The instructor and students are shocked by the spell. Saika moves toward his next target, that was water, but the instructor stops him and asks about the spell he just cast, but Saika refuses to explain it. Saika hit the next target with a spell that was Een and water, falls art and freeze the target into ice, and everyone is shocked once again except Aoife. Later in the evening, a female instructor asks the instructor from earlier how this year. When he tells her that it was pretty crazy, he tells her about the amazing spells of Saika and Aoife, and also mentions AMU since she can use all elements. That amazed the lady, as it was the first time in Academy's history that anyone was able to use all elements. She also says AMU could be a hero, as mentioned in folktales, when the Devil King will revive a hero among humans will be born. The next morning the results are out and AMU managed to score first position while Aoife and Saika are second and third. Saika is a little disappointed about the results, but now they got the acceptance letter and are allowed to enroll in the academy. As Aoife and Saika go to the academy for the welcome ceremony in their uniforms, they hear some noises coming from trees and they find many little dark spirits there. Following these spirits, they find a large magic circle and Saika advised they should not mess with it, but leaves his traces to investigate it later. At the welcome party, AMU gives a speech as a student representative and says her only goal is to get stronger. Meanwhile, Saika realizes the magic circle is activated and just the gate of the hall is busted with a huge blast and huge horned devils appear to cause it. Instructors come to stop the devils with their magic, but it was useless. AMU attacks the devil with her sword and uses a powerful wind lance spell. Saika uses this opportunity to check where these devils come from and sends his quill to investigate, and he finds the caster. Saika teleports to the jungle where the caster is. The caster summons more devils from the magic circle to attack Saika, but Saika easily sends them back into the circle and now comes face to face with the caster, who is revealed to be Meta Devil commanding flame and earth. Hearing this, Saika uses the yang element on the devil, but the devil stops it with his finger. Saika attacks him again, but the devil uses blades to protect himself. The devil summons a huge blade from the magic circle and commands it to attack Saika. Saika was able to dodge it, but the blades come back and give him a scratch on his face. After that, he attacks Saika with fire, but Saika manages to flee, but the devil follows him and cuts his arm. Saika asks the devil why is here and what is he looking for, to which the devil says he is looking for the hero. Saika says the hero is only a character in a folktale, but the devil says he has already found the hero and she is a red-haired girl with extraordinary powers. Saika says that is AMU. The devil thanks him for telling her name and attacks him with blades that Saika dodges, but the devil strikes Saika with his sword and cut off his head, but Saika revived and stand upright on devil's sword. The devil attacks him again, but Saika uses waterfall art, but the devil escaped. Saika summons Mizuchi and orders his huge dragon to attack the devil. Mizuchi finally defeats the devil but gets out of control. Somehow Saika manages to send him back to the void. Saika returned to the academy and see everyone was injured. He was shocked when he found AMU defeated all lesser devils alone.